Welcome back to our channel. Have you ever wondered if you are truly living up to your full potential? Some days, you may feel stuck in the whirlwind of responsibilities, societal expectations, and self-imposed limitations. What has dimmed the flame of passion within you? Is it negative thoughts, procrastination, or the lurking fear of failure that holds you back? We live in a world where life moves at an increasingly fast pace. Endless notifications, the pressure to succeed, and constant comparisons leave many feeling like they are never good enough. When everything around us moves so quickly, it's easy to feel swept away, losing sight of who we truly are. Have you noticed how modern society often measures a person's worth by achievements, possessions, or social media likes? These external standards may provide fleeting satisfaction, but deep down, we long for something more profound, something that truly gives life meaning. Sometimes, what we need isn't recognition from others, but a few simple, honest reminders from ourselves. Imagine waking up every morning with a clear mind, a heart full of inspiration, and a strong will to face the day. Instead of being consumed by negative thoughts or overwhelmed by uncontrollable situations, you start your day with empowering reminders like, "I am capable of overcoming challenges. I don't need anyone's approval. I am progressing every day, and that's enough." These reminders are more than motivational phrases. They are powerful tools that reshape how you view yourself and the world. They help you eliminate self-doubt and replace it with unshakable confidence. Focus on your true goals rather than being distracted by trivial concerns. Cultivate a positive mindset, even in the face of life's toughest challenges. Each reminder acts as a small brick, and over time, these bricks build a solid foundation of confidence, resilience, and purpose. Guided by Stoicism. Stoicism, a timeless philosophy from great thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, offers us profound wisdom. Happiness does not depend on external circumstances, but on how we perceive and respond to them. This means that all the chaos outside, work pressures, injustices, or hardships, cannot dictate how you feel. You alone decide how to respond to these challenges. Marcus Aurelius, the famous philosopher king, once wrote, "Your life is what your thoughts make it." When you choose to focus on the positive, when you remind yourself of your inner strength, your life begins to reflect those choices. Daily reminders are the tools you use to take charge of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. In today's video, we'll explore 9 essential things you should tell yourself every day. These aren't just motivational slogans, but timeless principles that have been tested and proven over centuries. Stoic philosophers used them to overcome challenges and live lives of admirable depth and purpose. Each reminder will help you. Affirm your intrinsic worth. You don't need validation from others. Clarify your direction. Eliminate confusion and focus on what truly matters. Strengthen your mental resilience. Face challenges with calmness and determination. Remember, the goal isn't perfection. None of us are perfect. But you can become better than you were yesterday, step by step, one day at a time. And it is these small, consistent steps that ultimately lead to profound changes in your life. Are you ready to discover these 9 transformative principles? If so, let's begin this journey together. Let each reminder become a torch to guide you as you reconnect with yourself, live more confidently, find deeper meaning, and embrace happiness every single day. 1. I am capable. Believe in your inner strength to conquer every challenge. There's a hidden strength within each of us, yet many people never fully discover it. Have you ever wondered what stops us from moving forward, challenging ourselves, and achieving the things we desire? Often, the answer is simple. We don't believe in ourselves. I am capable is a powerful reminder to awaken that forgotten belief, to help you break through the limitations imposed by yourself and the world around you. Confidence is the root of all success. The phrase, "I am capable," is more than just a declaration. It's a powerful affirmation of your worth and innate abilities. It reminds you that you don't need external validation or perfect conditions to begin. Everything you need to face challenges and turn them into opportunities for growth is already within you. Believing in your capabilities not only strengthens you during tough times, but also inspires every action you take. When you truly believe that you are capable, you move with confidence. This doesn't just transform how you see yourself, it changes how others perceive you too. Remember, you don't have to be perfect to be confident. Confidence isn't about having all the answers, it's about being willing to face the unknown, trusting that you'll find a way to overcome whatever comes your way. Imagine starting each morning by looking at yourself in the mirror, gazing into your own eyes and saying, "I am capable." It may sound simple, but the power of this phrase lies not just in the words, but in how it influences your mindset and emotions. Repeat this phrase every day. Make this phrase a morning ritual. When you begin your day with a positive affirmation, you set the tone for a proactive and confident mindset. This helps you face whatever challenges lie ahead with renewed strength. Focus on strengths, not weaknesses. In moments of self-doubt, pause and list the things you do well. Maybe it's your communication skills, problem-solving ability, or your patience in tough situations. Everyone has unique strengths. Focusing on them will help you realize that you already have what it takes to tackle any challenge. Act on this belief. Belief isn't just a feeling, it's an invitation to act. Set small, achievable goals to reinforce your confidence in your abilities. Each time you accomplish something, no matter how small, you strengthen your belief that you are capable. Let me share the story of Sarah, an ordinary woman who achieved extraordinary things simply by believing in herself. Sarah grew up in a challenging household. From a young age, she often heard phrases like, "You're not good enough to do that," or "Just accept that life won't change." These words slowly became ingrained in her thoughts. After finishing high school, Sarah took on a monotonous office job, feeling trapped in a life that seemed to have no direction. One day, she stumbled upon a book about Stoic philosophy. In it, she read a line that she couldn't forget. "You cannot control the outside world, but you can always control how you perceive yourself." That realization struck a chord. She saw that she had been living in the shadow of self-doubt for far too long. Sarah began a journey of transformation. Each morning, she stood in front of her mirror and said, "I am capable." At first, the words felt foreign, even untrue. But she persisted. She wrote down her strengths, from her dedication at work to her ability to learn quickly. She decided to enroll in a skills course she had always thought was beyond her reach. As she applied what she learned to her job, her performance improved, earning her recognition from colleagues and supervisors. 2 years later, Sarah was promoted to a leadership position in her field. Her success didn't just transform her career, it changed how she saw life itself. She no longer feared challenges because she now knew she could always find a way through them. From Sarah's story to your journey. Sarah's journey isn't unique. Anyone, regardless of where they start, can begin their own transformation today. What matters isn't where you are now, it's believing that you can move forward. Every new day is an opportunity to strengthen your belief in yourself. While you may not control everything that happens in life, you can always control how you respond and keep moving forward. Believing in your own abilities is only the beginning. Once you've built this foundation of confidence, you'll see your life begin to change for the better. But living a truly meaningful life requires even more. Next, let's explore the principle. I shape my reality. This is about taking control of your life, turning willpower into action, and gradually transforming your dreams into reality. Stay with us as we continue this empowering journey. 2. I shape my reality. Taking control of your life, not letting circumstances define you. Imagine a storm raging outside, winds howling, rain pouring, chaos all around. While you can't stop the storm, you can close the windows, light a candle, and find calm within your home. This is the essence of I shape my reality. It's a powerful reminder that while you may not control everything that happens, you have complete authority over how you respond. Life often feels like an unpredictable current, sweeping us from one place to another. Sometimes circumstances seem so overwhelming that we resign ourselves to being passengers, letting life happen to us. But what if you realize that you're not just a passenger, you're the driver? I shape my reality is the declaration that no matter the external chaos, you have the power to choose your mindset, your actions, and ultimately, the direction of your life. It's about refusing to be a victim of circumstances and instead becoming the architect of your own destiny. This principle reminds us that our reactions, not our situations, define our reality. By focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and perspective, we unlock the ability to transform even the toughest challenges into stepping stones toward a better life. Believing that you shape your reality is empowering, but true transformation requires action. Here's how to make this principle a practical part of your daily life. Focus on what you can control. There's a lot in life you can't control. Other people's opinions, unexpected setbacks, or the twists and turns of fate. But you can control how you think, how you react, and what you choose to do next. For example, if you're passed over for a promotion, dwelling on the unfairness of it won't change the outcome. Instead, focus on improving your skills, seeking feedback, and preparing for the next opportunity. By directing your energy toward what you can influence, you regain a sense of power and momentum. Take small, consistent actions. Big changes often feel overwhelming, but progress is built on small, consistent steps. Every day, take one action, no matter how small, that moves you closer to your goal. If you dream of starting a new career, begin by researching the field, enrolling in an online course, or networking with people in the industry. These small actions may not seem significant at first, but over time, they compound into meaningful progress. Reframe challenges as opportunities. When life throws you a curveball, it's tempting to see it as a setback, but every challenge carries the potential for growth. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" For example, losing a job may feel like a crisis, but it can also be an opportunity to reevaluate your priorities, pursue a passion you've put on hold, or develop new skills. By shifting your perspective, you can turn adversity into a stepping stone. Turning obstacles into opportunities. The Stoics believed that we have far more control over our lives than we think. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This philosophy teaches us to distinguish between what is within our control and what is not. The weather, other people's actions, and random events are beyond our influence. But our thoughts, decisions, and actions are entirely ours to command. One of the most powerful Stoic practices is the idea of turning obstacles into opportunities. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, the challenges you face are not barriers, but the very path to growth and success. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, whose laboratory burned down in 1914, destroying years of work and invaluable prototypes. Instead of despairing, Edison famously said, "Thank goodness all our mistakes were burned up. Now we can start fresh again." Within weeks, he was back to work, and shortly after, his team made breakthroughs that led to some of his greatest inventions. This mindset is a testament to the transformative power of shaping your reality. When you see obstacles as opportunities, you gain the resilience to face life's storms with strength and purpose. Every choice you make, no matter how small, shapes the reality you live in. When you focus on what you can control, take consistent action, and embrace challenges as opportunities, you begin to design a life aligned with your values and aspirations. Think about the goals you've been putting off because you felt stuck or powerless. What's one small step you can take today to move closer to them? Maybe it's making a phone call, sending an email, or spending 10 minutes planning your next move. Whatever it is, take that step now. Shaping your reality starts with action, but to sustain this mindset, you need to clear the path ahead and focus on where you're going. This brings us to the next powerful reminder. My path is clear. Let's explore how clarity and direction can guide you toward a life of purpose and fulfillment. 3. My path is clear. Finding clarity and purpose amidst life's chaos. Life often feels like navigating through a dense fog. You take one step forward, but doubt whether you're heading in the right direction. Obstacles appear out of nowhere, and the path ahead seems uncertain. In moments like these, a simple yet powerful affirmation, "My path is clear," can cut through the haze, reminding you to focus on what truly matters and take purposeful steps toward your goals. The phrase, "my path is clear," doesn't mean that life will be free from obstacles or surprises. Challenges are inevitable, but clarity is about seeing them not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones. When you approach life with a clear vision of your goals and values, you stop being overwhelmed by the chaos around you. This affirmation serves as both a reminder and a commitment. It encourages you to shed unnecessary distractions, let go of past regrets, and focus entirely on where you want to go. It's about trusting that no matter how winding or difficult the journey, each step is taking you closer to your destination. Turning "my path is clear" into a guiding principle requires both introspection and action. Here are practical ways to bring this mindset to life. Define your destination. Clarity begins with knowing what you want. Take time to reflect on your goals and values. Ask yourself, what is truly important to me? What kind of life do I want to build? What steps can I take today to move closer to my vision? Write these answers down. Your goals don't need to be perfect or set in stone, but having a sense of direction will give your actions purpose. Let go of baggage. Many of us carry the weight of past mistakes, failures, or fears, which clouds our ability to see the road ahead. Acknowledge these feelings, then consciously release them. Forgive yourself for what's behind you and focus on the possibilities of what lies ahead. For instance, if you've hesitated to start a new project because of a previous failure, remind yourself, the past does not define my future. By letting go of old burdens, you create space for new opportunities. Prioritize and simplify. Life is full of distractions that pull us away from what's important. To keep your path clear, learn to prioritize. Identify the tasks and relationships that align with your goals. Say no to things that don't serve your vision. Simplifying your commitments doesn't mean doing less. It means focusing more on what truly matters. Take one step at a time. A clear path doesn't mean you need to sprint toward your goal. Progress is made step by step. Instead of being overwhelmed by the entire journey, concentrate on the next small action you can take. For example, if your goal is to write a book, don't worry about the entire manuscript. Start with one sentence, one paragraph, one page. Consistent, small steps pave the way for monumental progress. The Stoics often taught that clarity comes from accepting reality and focusing on what we can control. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This philosophy encourages us to embrace challenges as part of the path, not detours from it. Obstacles aren't there to derail you, they exist to test and strengthen you. Consider the metaphor of a river. A clear path doesn't mean a smooth, obstacle-free current. Rocks and rapids will appear, but they shape the flow of the water, giving it direction and energy. Similarly, your challenges define and refine your journey, making you stronger and more purposeful. Take the story of John, a young entrepreneur with a dream of starting his own business. For years, he was paralyzed by fear of failure and overwhelmed by the complexity of launching his idea. He felt lost, unsure of where to begin. One day, a mentor shared with him a simple principle: clarity comes from action. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment, John decided to take one small step each day. He started by researching his market, then outlining his business plan. Gradually, the fog lifted. John realized that while the entire journey was uncertain, each small action brought him closer to his goal. Today, his business is thriving, not because the path was easy, but because he stayed focused on his destination and adapted to challenges along the way. What's standing in the way of your clarity? Is it the fear of failure, the weight of past mistakes, or simply the overwhelm of having too many options? Take a moment to identify these obstacles and then commit to moving past them. Start small, write down your top 3 priorities. Identify one action you can take today to move closer to your goal. Let go of one distraction or commitment that no longer serves you. Remember, a clear path isn't one without challenges. It's one where you know where you're headed, even if the road twists and turns. With your path clear, the next step is building the strength to keep moving forward, even when the journey gets tough. This brings us to the 4th powerful reminder. I grow stronger daily. Let's explore how embracing progress, no matter how small, helps you cultivate resilience and confidence for the road ahead. I grow stronger daily. Embracing progress and building resilience. Life isn't about giant leaps, it's about steady, consistent steps forward. Growth, like the slow yet persistent flow of water carving through stone, is a gradual process that happens one moment, one action at a time. The affirmation, I grow stronger daily, is a reminder that every challenge faced, every lesson learned, and every effort made contributes to the unshakable foundation of your strength and character. We often fall into the trap of expecting immediate results. Whether it's pursuing a new career, building healthier habits, or working toward a personal goal, impatience can make us feel like we're not doing enough. But true strength doesn't come from overnight success. It comes from the daily commitment to improvement. The phrase, I grow stronger daily, is about acknowledging that growth is a process. It's about valuing the small victories and understanding that setbacks are not failures. They're stepping stones. Every day you choose to show up, even when it's hard, you're becoming stronger. This mindset isn't about achieving perfection, but embracing the journey of progress. It's the realization that you are constantly evolving, and each day brings you closer to the person you aspire to be. To live by, I grow stronger daily, you need to actively cultivate habits and practices that reinforce this mindset. Here's how. Celebrate small wins. In a culture that glorifies big achievements, it's easy to overlook the small victories. But every step forward, no matter how small, deserves recognition. Did you exercise for 10 minutes today? That's a win. Did you speak up in a meeting despite feeling nervous? That's growth. Did you choose to forgive yourself for a mistake instead of dwelling on it? That's strength. By celebrating these moments, you reinforce the belief that progress is happening, even if it's not always visible. Learn from setbacks. Setbacks are inevitable, but they're also opportunities in disguise. When things don't go as planned, instead of criticizing yourself, ask, what can I learn from this? For example, if you failed at a task, identify what went wrong and how you can improve next time. This shift in perspective turns failures into lessons and ensures that every experience contributes to your growth. Focus on consistency, not perfection. Progress is built on consistent effort, not flawless execution. Some days you might feel unstoppable, while others, just getting out of bed feels like an achievement. That's okay. Commit to showing up daily, even if it's just a small action. Over time, these small actions accumulate into significant change. Remember, it's not about being perfect every day, it's about being persistent. Reflect on your growth. Take time to acknowledge how far you've come. Journaling is a powerful way to do this. At the end of each day, write down one thing you did that reflects your growth. Over time, these reflections will remind you of your resilience and encourage you to keep going. The Stoics believed that strength is forged in the fires of adversity. Epictetus, a former slave who became a renowned philosopher, taught that difficulties are not obstacles but opportunities to build resilience. He said, difficulties are things that show a person what they are. When life feels overwhelming, remember that every challenge you face is a chance to grow stronger. The more you endure, the more resilient you become. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, reminded himself daily that struggles are part of life's natural order. Instead of wishing for an easier path, he embraced the challenges, knowing they would shape him into a better leader and human being. Consider the story of Mia, an aspiring marathon runner. When she first started training, she couldn't run more than a few blocks without stopping. Frustrated by her lack of stamina, she almost gave up. But instead of quitting, Mia chose to focus on daily growth. Each day, she pushed herself just a little further. One more block, one more minute of running. She tracked her progress, celebrated every milestone, and reminded herself, I grow stronger daily. Months later, Mia crossed the finish line of her first marathon. Her transformation didn't happen overnight, but through consistent effort and a belief in her ability to improve. Today, she uses that same mindset in all areas of her life, knowing that small steps lead to big results. What's one area of your life where you want to grow stronger? Whether it's your career, relationships, health, or mindset, start small and stay consistent. Set a realistic goal for today, something achievable but meaningful. Reflect on what you learned from the day, whether it went as planned or not. Remind yourself that growth is a process, and every effort counts. Remember, the road to strength isn't linear. There will be ups and downs, but as long as you keep moving forward, you are growing. Growing stronger daily equips you to handle life's challenges with greater resilience, but true strength also requires freedom. Freedom from external validation and the need for approval. This leads us to the next transformative affirmation. I don't need anyone's approval. Let's explore how embracing this mindset liberates you to live authentically and confidently. 5. I don't need anyone's approval. Living authentically and boldly. Have you ever hesitated to express your true self because you were worried about what others might think? Perhaps you've made decisions not because they felt right, but because they aligned with someone else's expectations. The affirmation, I don't need anyone's approval, is a liberating reminder that your worth is not tied to others' opinions. It's about embracing your uniqueness and living boldly, free from the constraints of external validation. At its core, I don't need anyone's approval is about self-ownership. It's the realization that you alone define your value and direction in life. Approval from others may feel reassuring, but when you base your worth on external opinions, you give away your power. This affirmation doesn't mean ignoring feedback or shutting out meaningful connections. Instead, it's about balancing respect for others' perspectives with an unshakable confidence in your own values and choices. True freedom comes when you stop seeking validation and start living authentically, aligned with your own principles and aspirations. When you embrace this mindset, you stop chasing the impossible task of pleasing everyone. Instead, you begin to live a life that feels true to you, one where your happiness is no longer dependent on external approval. Releasing the need for approval is a process that requires intentional practice. Here are steps to help you cultivate this mindset in your daily life. Define your core values. To live authentically, you must first understand what you stand for. Take time to reflect on questions like, what principles guide my decisions? What kind of person do I aspire to be? What truly matters to me, regardless of others' opinions? When your actions align with your core values, you'll feel a sense of fulfillment that external approval could never provide. Practice self-affirmation. Instead of waiting for others to recognize your efforts, learn to acknowledge your own achievements. After completing a task or making a difficult decision, take a moment to affirm yourself. I'm proud of the effort I put into this. I acted in alignment with my values, and that's what matters. By regularly affirming your own worth, you'll become less reliant on external validation. Set boundaries and say no. The need for approval often leads to overcommitting and people-pleasing. Learn to set boundaries by saying no to requests or expectations that don't align with your priorities. For example, if someone pressures you to take on a task that conflicts with your personal goals, respond with honesty. I appreciate your trust in me, but I need to focus on my current commitments. Every time you set a boundary, you reinforce your autonomy and self-respect. Accept that not everyone will approve. No matter how thoughtful or well-intentioned your actions are, some people will disagree or criticize. This is an unavoidable part of life. Instead of seeking universal approval, focus on building meaningful relationships with those who respect and support you. Remind yourself, their opinion is not a reflection of my worth. This perspective helps you stay grounded and confident, even in the face of criticism. The Stoics taught that we cannot control others' opinions, but we can control how we react to them. Epictetus said, if you are ever tempted to look for outside approval, realize that you have compromised your integrity. Stoicism encourages us to focus on living in accordance with our own principles, rather than being swayed by the shifting tides of public opinion. Marcus Aurelius echoed this sentiment, writing, "The approval of such men who do not even stand well in their own eyes has no value for me." By aligning your actions with your values, you create a foundation of inner peace that no external judgment can shake. Let's consider the story of Rachel, a young professional who always sought to please others. At work, she overextended herself to gain recognition, often sacrificing her personal time and mental health. In her personal life, she made decisions based on what she thought her friends and family wanted, not what she truly desired. One day, Rachel realized she was exhausted, not from work, but from constantly seeking approval. She decided to make a change. She started by clarifying her own values: integrity, creativity, and balance. With these values as her guide, she began making decisions that felt authentic to her. Rachel started setting boundaries at work, prioritizing tasks that aligned with her goals. In her personal life, she began pursuing hobbies and interests she had put on hold for fear of judgment. At first, some colleagues and friends didn't understand her choices. But over time, Rachel found that living authentically brought her greater satisfaction and deeper, more meaningful connections. She learned that the freedom to be herself was far more valuable than the fleeting comfort of approval. The freedom of letting go. When you stop seeking approval, you unlock the freedom to pursue your passions without fear of judgment. Speak your truth without worrying about others' reactions. Build genuine relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. Most importantly, you gain the ability to live in harmony with yourself. When your actions align with your values, you no longer need validation from others to feel worthy or fulfilled. What's one decision you've been hesitating to make because you're worried about others' opinions? Take a moment to reflect. Am I doing this for myself or to gain approval? What would I do differently if I didn't care what others thought? Today, challenge yourself to take one step toward living authentically. It could be expressing an opinion you've been holding back, pursuing a goal you've put off, or saying no to something that doesn't serve you. As you free yourself from the need for approval, you'll find that challenges and setbacks become less intimidating. Instead of fearing them, you'll begin to see them as opportunities for growth and resilience. This leads us to the next affirmation. Every challenge is an opportunity. Let's explore how shifting your perspective on adversity can unlock new possibilities and strengthen your resolve. 6. Every challenge is an opportunity. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns. Challenges arise when we least expect them, testing our patience, resilience, and determination. But what if, instead of dreading these moments, we embrace them? The affirmation, every challenge is an opportunity, invites us to shift our perspective, seeing difficulties not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones toward growth and success. Every challenge we face carries within it the potential to teach us something valuable. It might push us to develop new skills, deepen our understanding of ourselves, or clarify what truly matters in life. The key lies in how we choose to interpret these challenges. We can view them as burdens, allowing them to weigh us down, or we can see them as opportunities to rise, learn, and evolve. When you embrace the idea that every challenge is an opportunity, you empower yourself to transform adversity into progress. This mindset doesn't mean denying the difficulty of challenges. Instead, it encourages us to face them with courage, knowing that growth often comes from discomfort. To live by this principle, you must actively practice reframing challenges and taking constructive action. Here's how. Shift your perspective. When faced with a challenge, pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this situation help me grow? By focusing on the potential benefits rather than the obstacles, you begin to see challenges as opportunities for improvement. For example, if you're struggling with a demanding project at work, view it as a chance to enhance your skills, prove your capabilities, or discover new ways to solve problems. Break challenges into manageable steps. Overwhelming challenges can feel paralyzing. To overcome this, break them down into smaller, actionable steps. For instance, if you're facing financial difficulties, start by creating a budget, identifying unnecessary expenses, and seeking guidance from a financial advisor. Tackling challenges step by step makes them feel more manageable and less daunting. Practice gratitude for the lessons. Even the most painful challenges come with lessons. Reflect on past difficulties you've faced and how they shaped you. What strengths did you develop? What insights did you gain? Practicing gratitude for these lessons helps you approach future challenges with a sense of purpose rather than fear. Celebrate your resilience. Every time you overcome a challenge, no matter how small, take a moment to acknowledge your resilience. This reinforces your belief in your ability to handle adversity and prepares you for future obstacles. The Stoics were masters of reframing challenges. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This philosophy teaches us that obstacles are not merely things to overcome, they are integral parts of the journey. Each challenge forces us to think creatively, adapt, and grow in ways we might not have otherwise. Epictetus also emphasized that external events are neutral. It's our interpretation of them that determines their impact. By choosing to see challenges as opportunities, we take control of our narrative and create meaning from adversity. Let's take the story of Daniel, an entrepreneur who faced a major setback when his first business failed. The failure left him financially strained and emotionally defeated. For weeks, he questioned his abilities and considered giving up on his dream of running a business. One day, a mentor shared a piece of advice that changed his perspective. Failure isn't the end, it's feedback. It's a map showing you what doesn't work so you can find what does. With renewed determination, Daniel analyzed what went wrong. He identified poor financial planning as a key factor and committed to learning from his mistakes. He enrolled in a business management course, sought advice from experienced entrepreneurs, and launched a second business. This time, he approached challenges with a mindset of curiosity and resilience. When obstacles arose, he asked, "What can this teach me?" Over time, his business thrived, and Daniel often credited his initial failure as the catalyst for his eventual success. Psychological studies show that resilience, the ability to adapt and bounce back from adversity, is a critical factor in success and well-being. Resilient people tend to view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than threats. This doesn't mean they don't feel stress or frustration. Instead, they channel those emotions into constructive actions, using adversity as a stepping stone to build confidence and strength. What challenge are you currently facing? Take a moment to reflect on how you can reframe it as an opportunity. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can I grow stronger through this experience? Then, take one small action to move forward. Whether it's seeking advice, trying a new approach, or simply changing your perspective, each step you take is a testament to your resilience. When you begin to see challenges as opportunities, you start to unlock the hidden strength within you. But to fully thrive, you must also cultivate gratitude for the journey itself. This brings us to the next powerful affirmation. I am grateful for life. Let's explore how practicing gratitude can transform your outlook and enrich your everyday experience. 7. I am grateful for life. Transforming your perspective through gratitude. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful practices we can cultivate. It has the ability to transform our perspective, turning ordinary moments into sources of joy and even reframing difficulties as opportunities for growth. The affirmation, I am grateful for life, is a reminder to pause, reflect, and appreciate the blessings, lessons, and beauty that surround us every day. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring life's challenges or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it's about choosing to focus on what you have, rather than what you lack. When you adopt a mindset of gratitude, you begin to notice the abundance in your life. The small acts of kindness, the opportunities for growth, and even the lessons that come from setbacks. This affirmation is an invitation to step out of the cycle of constant striving and dissatisfaction. It reminds you that no matter where you are on your journey, there is always something to be grateful for. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, creating a sense of contentment and peace. Living by the affirmation, I am grateful for life, requires consistent practice. Here are ways to weave gratitude into your daily routine. Start your day with gratitude. Begin each morning by reflecting on 3 things you're grateful for. These could be as simple as the warmth of your bed, the sound of birds outside your window, or the support of a loved one. Starting your day with gratitude sets a positive tone, helping you approach the day with a sense of abundance and appreciation. Keep a gratitude journal. At the end of each day, write down 3 moments that brought you joy or taught you a lesson. Over time, this habit trains your mind to focus on the positive, even during challenging times. For example, you might write, "I'm grateful for the conversation I had with a friend today. It made me feel understood. I'm grateful for the rain. It gave me a chance to slow down and reflect." Express gratitude to others. Take time to thank the people in your life who make a difference, whether it's a family member, friend, colleague, or even a stranger. A heartfelt thank you not only strengthens relationships, but also deepens your own sense of appreciation. Reframe challenges with gratitude. When faced with a difficult situation, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How has this challenge helped me grow? For example, losing a job might feel devastating, but it could also be an opportunity to pursue a new path or develop new skills. Gratitude helps you find meaning in adversity, turning setbacks into stepping stones. The Stoics believed that everything in life, good and bad, deserves gratitude. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This philosophy encourages us to see life as a gift, even in its imperfections. By appreciating what we have and accepting what we cannot control, we cultivate inner peace and resilience. Epictetus echoed this sentiment, teaching that gratitude arises from understanding that everything happens for a reason, often beyond our understanding. To the Stoics, gratitude wasn't just a fleeting emotion, it was a way of life. Consider the story of Claire, a woman who faced a series of hardships: the loss of her job, a health scare, and a strained relationship with her family. For months, she felt overwhelmed and hopeless. One day, Claire attended a mindfulness workshop where the facilitator introduced the concept of a gratitude journal. Though skeptical, she decided to try it. At first, it felt forced. What could she possibly be grateful for in such difficult times? But as she began to write, she noticed small blessings: the support of a close friend, the beauty of a sunset, the strength she discovered in herself to keep going. Over time, this practice shifted her perspective. Claire didn't ignore her struggles, but gratitude helped her see the silver linings. She found a new job that aligned better with her values, improved her health through self-care, and began mending her family relationships. Gratitude didn't erase her challenges, but it gave her the strength and perspective to navigate them with grace. Research in positive psychology shows that gratitude has profound benefits for mental and physical health. Regularly practicing gratitude can reduce stress and anxiety by shifting focus from problems to blessings. Improve relationships through expressions of appreciation. Enhance overall well-being by fostering a sense of purpose and contentment. Gratitude rewires your brain, training it to notice and amplify positive experiences. This doesn't mean ignoring hardships, but finding moments of joy and meaning amidst them. What are you grateful for right now? Take a moment to reflect on one thing, big or small, that brings you joy, comfort, or meaning. Challenge yourself to practice gratitude daily. Start a gratitude journal and write 3 things you're thankful for each evening. Take a moment during the day to appreciate the people, experiences, or simple pleasures that enrich your life. Reframe a current challenge by focusing on the lessons or growth it offers. The more you practice gratitude, the more it becomes a natural part of your mindset, transforming not just how you see the world, but how you live in it. Gratitude lays the foundation for a fulfilled and centered life. It helps you appreciate the present moment while paving the way for personal growth. But to truly thrive, it's important to align your actions with your core values. This leads us to the next affirmation. I live according to my values. Let's explore how living authentically can bring purpose and harmony to your daily life. 8. I live according to my values, aligning actions with your true self. In a world filled with distractions and conflicting expectations, staying true to yourself can feel like a challenge. Yet, there is profound power in aligning your actions with your values. The affirmation, I live according to my values, is a commitment to living authentically and intentionally, guided by principles that reflect who you truly are. This isn't about perfection. It's about creating harmony between what you believe and what you do, fostering a life of purpose, fulfillment, and integrity. Values are the compass that guide your life. They help you make decisions, set priorities, and navigate challenges. When your actions align with your values, you experience a sense of clarity and peace. Conversely, when you act against your values, whether to please others or out of fear, you may feel restless, unfulfilled, or disconnected from yourself. Living according to your values doesn't mean rigidly sticking to rules or rejecting all outside influence. It means making choices that resonate with your principles, even when it's difficult. It's about ensuring that your daily actions reflect the person you want to be. To truly live by the affirmation, "I live according to my values," you need to first identify your values and then intentionally align your actions with them. Here's how. Identify your core values. Start by reflecting on what matters most to you. Your values are unique to you and may include traits like honesty, kindness, creativity, courage, or perseverance. Ask yourself, what principles do I want to guide my life? What kind of person do I want to be? What legacy do I want to leave behind? Write down your top 3 to 5 values. These will serve as your foundation for decision-making. Evaluate your actions. Take an honest look at your daily choices. Are they aligned with your values? For example, if you value health, are you prioritizing self-care? If you value honesty, are you speaking your truth, even when it's uncomfortable? If you value family, are you making time to nurture those relationships? Identifying areas of misalignment isn't about self-criticism, it's an opportunity to course-correct and live more authentically. Set intentions. Each day. Begin each morning by setting intentions that align with your values. For instance, today, I will approach my work with integrity and focus. I will prioritize kindness in my interactions. I will take time to care for my mental and physical well-being. These small intentional acts build momentum and reinforce your commitment to living according to your values. Stay true, even when it's hard. Living authentically often requires courage, especially when your values conflict with external pressures or societal norms. In these moments, remind yourself that staying true to your principles is worth the discomfort. For example, if honesty is a core value, you might have to speak up about an issue at work, even if it feels risky. If family is a priority, you might need to set boundaries with your job to spend more time with loved ones. The Stoics believed that living in alignment with one's values is the foundation of a virtuous and meaningful life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." This simple yet profound guideline emphasizes the importance of aligning actions with principles. Epictetus echoed this wisdom, teaching that a life guided by values leads to inner peace. When you live authentically, external opinions and challenges lose their power over you because you're anchored in something deeper, your own integrity. The Stoics remind us that living according to our values isn't always easy, but it is always worth it. It cultivates a life of clarity, purpose, and resilience. Consider the story of Alex, a young professional who struggled to find fulfillment in his corporate job. While he was financially successful, he often felt disconnected and uninspired. After reflecting on his values, Alex realized that creativity and contribution were central to his sense of purpose. Yet, his daily routine left little room for either. He decided to make a change. Alex began by dedicating weekends to his passion for painting, something he had neglected for years. Over time, he found opportunities to integrate his values into his work, proposing innovative projects that aligned with his creative instincts. Eventually, Alex transitioned to a career in design, where he could fully express his creativity while contributing to meaningful causes. The shift wasn't easy. He faced doubts and criticism along the way, but by staying true to his values, Alex found a sense of fulfillment he had never experienced before. When you live according to your values, you build self-respect by honoring your principles, foster clarity in decision-making, reducing stress and indecision, strengthen relationships through authenticity and mutual respect, experience fulfillment as your actions align with your purpose, Living authentically isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Each step you take toward aligning your actions with your values is a step toward a more meaningful and harmonious life. What are your core values? Take a moment to reflect and write them down. Then ask yourself, are my actions aligned with these values? What small change can I make today to live more authentically? Commit to taking one action that reflects your values. Whether it's speaking your truth, prioritizing self-care, or making time for what matters most, every intentional choice brings you closer to the life you want to live. Living according to your values creates a solid foundation for a purposeful life, but growth doesn't stop there. To truly thrive, you must also commit to daily improvement. This leads us to the next affirmation: I grow stronger daily. Let's explore how embracing progress can help you build resilience and unlock your full potential. 9. I commit to growing stronger every day. Embracing daily improvement as a way of life, growth is not a destination, it's a journey, a daily commitment to becoming a better, wiser, and stronger version of yourself. The affirmation, I commit to growing stronger every day, is a reminder that personal development doesn't happen overnight, but through small, consistent actions over time. This principle isn't about striving for perfection, it's about embracing progress, even in its smallest forms, and recognizing that each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your potential. Life often presents us with two choices: to remain where we are, or to take a step forward, even when it's uncomfortable. Growth doesn't come from staying in our comfort zones. It comes from challenging ourselves, learning from failures, and committing to constant improvement. When you affirm, I commit to growing stronger every day, you're acknowledging that growth is a process. It's about showing up consistently, even when the results aren't immediately visible, and trusting that your efforts will lead to meaningful change over time. This mindset encourages resilience, adaptability, and a deep sense of purpose. It reminds you that no matter where you start, you can always move forward. To live by this affirmation, you need to integrate intentional habits into your life that prioritize growth. Here's how. Set small, achievable goals. Big goals can feel overwhelming, but breaking them into smaller, actionable steps makes them more manageable. If you want to improve your health, start with a 10-minute walk each day. If you're learning a new skill, dedicate 15 minutes to practice daily. Each small step creates momentum and builds confidence in your ability to grow. Reflect on your progress. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned or achieved. Ask yourself, what did I do today that made me stronger? What can I do differently tomorrow to improve further? Reflection helps you recognize your progress and identify areas for growth, ensuring that each day builds on the last. Embrace challenges as opportunities. Growth often comes from facing difficulties head-on. Instead of avoiding challenges, view them as opportunities to learn and improve. For example, a tough project at work can teach you time management and problem-solving skills. A disagreement with a friend can help you practice empathy and communication. Every challenge is a chance to strengthen your character and expand your abilities. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledging your achievements, no matter how small, reinforces your commitment to growth. Celebrate completing a task, learning something new, or simply staying consistent. These moments of recognition keep you motivated and focused. The Stoics believed that growth is forged through adversity and discipline. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This philosophy teaches that strength isn't just physical, but mental and emotional. By committing to growth, you build resilience, adaptability, and the ability to face life's uncertainties with confidence. Epictetus, a former slave who rose to become a renowned philosopher, exemplified this principle. Despite his circumstances, he focused on improving himself daily, proving that growth is always possible regardless of external challenges. Consider the story of James, a man who struggled with low self-esteem and felt stuck in his career. For years, he avoided challenges, convinced that he wasn't capable of more. One day, James decided to commit to small daily improvements. He started by waking up 30 minutes earlier each day to read personal development books. He set small goals, like learning one new skill a week or networking with a colleague. At first, the changes felt insignificant, but over time, James noticed a shift in his mindset and abilities. He became more confident, took on new responsibilities at work, and even started mentoring others. His career flourished, not because of a sudden breakthrough, but because of his commitment to consistent growth. Research in psychology confirms the power of small, consistent actions. This approach, often called the compound effect, shows that incremental progress leads to significant results over time. For example, practicing gratitude daily can rewire your brain to focus on positivity. Spending just 20 minutes a day exercising can dramatically improve your physical and mental health over the course of a year. By committing to small, sustainable actions, you create habits that compound into meaningful transformation. Growth doesn't require a monumental effort. It begins with a single step. Ask yourself, what's one small action I can take today to grow stronger? How can I make this action part of my daily routine? Start with something simple, like reading for 10 minutes, practicing mindfulness, or reflecting on your progress. Consistency is key, so commit to showing up every day, no matter how small the effort. When you commit to growing stronger daily, you cultivate resilience, confidence, and a sense of purpose. This mindset transforms not only how you see yourself, but also how you approach life. Instead of fearing challenges, you embrace them. Instead of feeling stuck, you move forward with intention. Remember, growth isn't about reaching a final destination. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, one step at a time. As you reflect on the affirmations in this journey, I am capable, I shape my reality, my path is clear, and more, you'll see that they all lead to this final commitment, the daily pursuit of strength, wisdom, and self-improvement. Life is a journey, and every day is an opportunity to take one step closer to the person you aspire to be. So, begin today. Grow a little stronger. Learn a little more. And trust that every effort you make is shaping the masterpiece of your life. Every day is a new opportunity to reconnect with yourself, refocus your energy, and realign with your goals. The 9 affirmations we've explored, I am capable, I shape my reality, my path is clear, and more, serve as powerful reminders of your potential and purpose. By incorporating these principles into your daily life, you can build unshakable confidence, live more meaningfully, and navigate life's challenges with clarity and resilience. Imagine waking up each morning with a renewed sense of purpose, grounded in your values and guided by these affirmations. What could you achieve? How would your relationships, goals, and outlook on life transform? These aren't just words, they're tools to empower you to live fully and authentically. So, what will you start with tomorrow? Which affirmation will you repeat to yourself as you take that first step toward a better version of you? Write it down, reflect on it, and make it a part of your daily practice. Small changes lead to big transformations, and every journey begins with a single step. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. You have the strength within you to shape your life. All it takes is the commitment to begin. If this message resonates with you and you're ready to take control of your journey, subscribe to our channel. Here, we explore timeless wisdom and practical tools to help you live with purpose and confidence. Let's grow stronger together, one day at a time. Hit that subscribe button and join a community committed to making every day meaningful.